Oh man, I know, it's been a minute. So before anyone calls me a Drake hater, I liked the other diss. That being said, I don't know what he's gonna say to this. So I'm gonna go back over like a little timeline of events and give a very small review at the end. That will be completely in layman's terms, as I like to say, Japanese. This is not a video essay. First though, to my current active subs, I apologize for the large gap between videos. Work has been crazy. I've been at my job for almost 10 years, and recently the company started doing restructuring. If you don't know what that means, that basically means older employees like myself are pay cuts, new job titles, all to hide those pay cuts. Usually this is the time where upper management who never really liked you seizes their opportunity to get rid of you. I wish they would. But hey, if y'all want to make sure I never have to go back, subscribe, hang out for a minute. There's been one thing that's kept me going these past couple of weeks though. The anticipation of Kendrick Lamar's rebuttal to push-ups. If you're here, you probably already know what's going on, but if not, let's get caught up. Most of this is off the top and we're speaking like we're friends because we are. You know, subscribe. So in late 2023, Drake and J. Cole collabed and made a song called First Person Shooter, which had the possibility of being J. Cole's first #1 song on the charts. After a brief war against another song from the same album featuring Yeat called I Don't Give a Fuck.
I say whatever I want. I do whatever I want. I counted up money for fun. You know, popping you purchase for fun.
Yeat stole J. Cole's opportunity, or so we thought. First Person Shooter did eventually come out on top, but the other record did make it first. In First Person Shooter, Drake referenced his many #1 hits with the line comparing himself to the king of pop, Michael Jackson.
Niggas talking about when this gonna be repeated. What the fuck, bro? I don't want away from Michael. Nigga beat it. What?
Blasphemy, but it's very important. Keep that in mind. J. Cole's verse was, I feel, mostly pointed towards Kendrick Lamar. In it, he implied that there was, one, in fact, a big three. Two, that he can go toe-to-toe with any rapper, including the other two in the big three. And as a matter of fact, he was #1 out of the three.
Everybody steppers were fucking and everybody breakfast, and I'm about to clear off my plate. When I show up, it's motion pic.
And everyone had a good time listening to the song, and we all lived happily ever after. Except for that's not what happened. There was one thing that everyone should fear if you're smart, and that is the fury of a patient man. Metro Boomin. This man has secretly been assembling the Avengers to take down Drake. He's hated this man for years, and he decided the time was nigh. Metro Boomin and Future released their album titled We Don't Trust You, a play on the famous tagline,
Hey, young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
which would include various artists. And all of these artists were on the same page. It's Team Drake.
Fake written all over you, hater written all over you.
In my opinion, the album wasn't that great. That's just me. But we got two disses on here. There was Future by himself.
You a nigga #1 fan, dog. Sneak this and I don't understand, dog. Pillow talking, acting like a fed, dog.
And then Future alongside Kendrick Lamar, which was the spark to the powder keg of hip hop. In the diss, Kendrick Lamar calls Drake a goofy, which is like the worst thing you can call a man other than a bitch.
Think I won't drop the location, I still got PTSD. Motherfuck the big three. Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga, boom.
Says there ain't no big three, it's just big me. It then says a line referencing that Prince outlived Michael Jackson.
Best work is a light pack, nigga. Prince outlived Mike Jack, nigga.
Because like I said before, Drake compared himself to Michael Jackson. After this verse, things get strange. J. Cole, after years of hard work and establishing himself as a bar-for-bar rapper, decides he does not want to competitively rap anymore.
A lot of y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my back and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my peace.
I know, disappointing. But in hindsight, he may have known something that we all didn't. I actually think that's extremely likely because we don't know none of these niggas. All I'm saying is optics wise, it looks horrible for his reputation because it was largely built on the notion that he may not have the commercial hits, but he can verbally dismantle any beat or rapper in front of him. And now that stigma, that aura is just gone. Back to it though. J. Cole apologizes. Drake starts having therapy sessions on stage.
Listen, the way I'm feeling is the same way I want you to walk out of here feeling about your fucking self. Cause you know how I'm feeling? I got my fucking head up high, my back straight, I'm 10 fucking toes down in Florida, anywhere else I go, and I know that no matter what, it's not a nigga on this earth that can ever fuck with me in my life. And that's how I want you to walk out of here tonight.
And now it seems like everyone is turning on him. On top of that, the one person that he thought he had found a new public relationship with waved the white flag immediately. So let's go down a list of people that have shown their disdain for Drake recently. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar, Future, Metro Boomin, A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd. Let's throw in Travis Scott because he was the one that wanted him to play the song at a show, meaning he heard it and he liked it. Rick Ross.
One more question for BBL Drizzy. One more question. How long you gonna stay on that plane? It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
I expected one other person to be on here, but not yet. Now that Cole officially is out of the race, he forfeited. It is the big two. Big Sean keeps putting in his application, but unfortunately, we're not hiring right now. In response to like that, Drake releases Push-Ups. The title is referencing a video where Kendrick Lamar is doing push-ups in the park, but also it's saying every time he drops, he has to give someone 50.
Extortion, baby, whole career, you been shook up. Cause top told you drop and give me 50 likes of push-ups.
50%. I didn't think it was that bad. I liked it. Let's go over a couple things he said. Kendrick is short. He allegedly knows something about his wife. He's in a bad deal with Top Dog. He's short. Did I miss anything?
Just had this talk with your ass, I had to hike down. Big difference between Mike then and Mike now.
Oh yeah, he also said that The Weeknd is possibly, allegedly gay. Their manager used to be a blunt roller for somebody in Drake's camp. My favorite part of the song, once again references Michael Jackson with the line, "What's a prince to a king? He a son, nigga." All I'm saying is y'all hating if that line wasn't hard to y'all.
What the fuck is this, a 20v1, nigga? What's a prince to a king? He a son, nigga.
That was perfect. I'm not saying it was intricate or hard to get to, but he set it up perfect. Can we agree on that? Damn, have fun. The only thing I would say is this: he had like 3 or 4 short jokes in the same damn song. Was anyone under the impression that Kendrick Lamar was tall? Now we wait and wait some more. At least it felt like that. But in actuality, Kendrick took less time to respond to push-ups than Drake did to like that. In between that, Drake thought it would be a good idea to release an AI diss track. And I guess now is a good time to talk about my stance on AI. I hate it. It could be any message. I don't care. If the person was not alive to approve of the message, I don't fuck with it. Even if it seems, quote unquote, like it was something that they would say, because you don't really know that. And it goes double for posthumous releases, particularly for a whole album that they weren't there for. Anyway, Drake tries to pull an 8 Mile where he airs out his own dirty laundry in an attempt to ruin the punchline for Kendrick. It doesn't work. This is just my opinion. I also feel like he wanted to recruit the much larger and at times toxic fan bases of the artists he mentioned. It's almost like bait, because if Kendrick Lamar were to say something against the Swifties or against the Beehive, then you know that would get them riled up. But he did not bite the bait.
We need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop, you better drop and give them 50.
Then Kendrick Lamar's diss drops. Euphoria.
You're a master manipulator and habitual liar too. But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
The name comes from Drake co-producing the show and his alleged fondness of younger women. Do not sue me. All I'm saying is there is no reason for a grown man to be texting, having any type of relationship with a young girl that is not his family member. But in this verse, oh boy, did he cook. Let's see. He said Drake was a master manipulator and he was trying to prove his blackness since the inception of the persona of Drake. He uses a fake accent. He believes he hates women.
I see you stand by sexy red. I believe you see 2 bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them.
Drake's multiple plastic surgeries. Hey, I didn't look this stuff up. It was brought up. Okay. I'm not on here analyzing niggas' abs. He also said he's scared of Pusha T.
That pushing P. Let me see you push a T. You better hard spinning again on him. You think about pushing me.
You have a team full of ghostwriters. So no, this is not a 20v1. This is a 1v20.
Ain't 20v1. This 1v20. If I gotta smack niggas that right with you. Yeah, bring them out too. I clean them out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you.
Lil Yachty wrote a lot of your shit. And also, he doesn't care if he's short. He's still down for a head of fade anytime you want. And for the answer to the what's a prince to a king, he's a son nigga line, he says he doesn't raise his own son. Yikes. Did I miss anything? So far, what do y'all think of this beef? Are we still having fun? Is this kind of over? Y'all tired of it? It's stale? I've got mixed sentiments from friends and family. I do want to talk about the fan bases though. In order for this to be a proper beef, you kind of have to be objective. You have to start in the middle. Maybe not anymore. Like I said in my previous video, If your favorite rapper was already Kendrick Lamar or your favorite rapper was Drake, it's highly unlikely that you're going to all of a sudden switch sides, and you're never going to admit that somebody had a bar for your favorite rapper. So I'm not even really talking to those people. So far, who do y'all think had the best diss? My vote goes to Kendrick Lamar. Just recently, it's gotten super political. Not political as in politics, but people are choosing sides left and right. People who are obviously shilling for Drake, like Cameron and Mace. Bro, they got on OVO jackets. The dudes over in No Jumper are purposely stirring the pot so they can try to get an interview out of this. I got something cooking for their ass too. Don't worry about that. As an overall rating, I give this beef an 8 out of 10 so far. Only thing that can make it better is if J. Cole come back in. But I want to touch on it one more time. I genuinely think that he backed out because he saw, or someone reminded him of who Drake was and who he knew Drake was. Maybe he didn't like the fact that to get his number one, he had to go over there with Drake. Still not good optics wise. I like to think I'm unbiased. I don't know. Everyone has their own filter. Drake's Take Care is a top 10 album for me, but Kendrick Lamar has more albums in my top 10 than anyone. I'm just here for a good time. The AI track was whack. Overall, Drake's diss seems very surface level compared to Kendrick. I do not subscribe to the idea that once a rapper says it in a previous diss, then no one else can say it. Until you address that issue, that's still free game. Let me know your thoughts. Everyone is welcome here. Keep it respectful so we can actually have a dialogue. Y'all ain't got to be that serious. None of us know these people. You do not need to put your livelihood in the poems that you write for these people. They don't know us. Generally, I like to keep it nice and positive on this channel. I don't know if you can tell. This is lighthearted. We're chilling. Make sure to come back and watch my next video. I'll talk about that artist that I mentioned earlier that I think had a very good reason to join in on the dog pile of Drake since he was accused of stealing one of his songs. Then when this person confronted Drake, his security team jumped him. If you know who it is, drop it below. Thank y'all for coming back. You know I appreciate y'all. If you're new here. Okay, so right before I posted this video, Kendrick dropped yet another response titled 616. But before that, I want to address something. There's a narrative going around that Kendrick doesn't like Drake because he's biracial. If that's what you got from that diss, then you have the most surface level thinking. No critical thinking skills whatsoever. You can't read between the lines. Kendrick is speaking specifically about Drake. J. Cole didn't have any of those bars meant for him, and he is equally as biracial. But the difference between J. Cole and Drake is J. Cole is not acting. Kendrick Lamar is upset with Drake because he's a fucking poser. Which, another thing, before anyone says I got a chip on my shoulder about Drake, like I said before, Take Care is in my top 10 of all time. But I have always said that I like Drake when he is doing more R&B/pop stuff. I don't really resonate with the rap Drake. Could he still be acting on that record? Yes. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that is the album that he mostly got from The Weeknd. Doesn't make it any less of a classic to me. I know every word to that album, damn near bar for bar, word for word, because that's where I related to him. I was a teenager. I was a romantic. That's what that fucking album is. That's how I related to him. I never related to him on a black culture level.
I was the one to tell him, don't change anything. Don't think because you're coming over here about me that you got to start rapping about the things I rap about. Don't do none of that. Please rap about your little TV show, whatever you want to rap about. Rap about girls. Do that. That's what you're good at. I was like, don't come because, of course, don't change anything. Don't start singing about killing nobody. Don't start singing about the streets.
Yeah, talk about what you know. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it Canadian, man.
All right, let's get into this one real quick. 616 by Kendrick Lamar. The title, of course, has a couple of meanings. Kendrick's not playing with y'all no more. Let's go down a list of references. 616 is Tupac's birthday. It's also Father's Day. It also refers to a Bible verse, Luke 6:16, where they mention Judas. If you don't know who Judas is, that's the one that betrayed Jesus. We'll get into that later. This is very obviously also a reference to Drake's Time series, 5 a.m. in Toronto, 4 p.m. in Calabasas, stuff like that. And last but not least, 616 is also the day that Euphoria premiered. Again, there's people not wanting to give him credit for lining all this shit up. But I want y'all to understand, if he did not mean to do all this stuff on purpose, God is on this man's side. The serendipitous nature of all these things is close to 1 in a billion. I'm not going bar for bar. I'm just doing an overview. Basically, in this verse, he's talking about how Drake's entourage and camp don't even really like him.
Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? Fake bully, I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Everyone.
They're using him to get a bag. And as a matter of fact, some of the people in his camp have been talking to Kendrick, giving him dirt on Drake. Hence the Judas lines. Being paranoid about his circle has been a common theme in Drake's music from early. As a matter of fact, on his first album.
Why do I feel so alone? Like everybody passing through the studio is in character as if he acting out a movie role.
So I can definitely see the reason why Kendrick will bring this up, making him even more unsure about his surroundings. So basically, Drake's about to go crazy. I don't know how you come back from this, but if he does, I'm sure it'll be good. And then Kendrick Lamar will put that final nail in the coffin. And like I said before on my rap beat video, someone's going to take a significant hit after this because Drake has just burned all his bridges. The only people that I have seen come out to even defend him have been people who are obviously on payroll, trying to stay in this man's good graces. There's always going to be people like that. And look, you can like whoever you want, but you need to be objective. That's all I'm saying. At this point, Drake needs to title his next diss or his next song, The Ides of March. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate you. Maybe you like what you heard, maybe you didn't. Let me know in the comments. Do so respectfully, please. I appreciate y'all for watching. By now, you should know. Okay, Drake dropped. We definitely got some shit to unpack. Name, Family Matters. Obviously, because he's talking about family. He didn't take my advice. Granted, they're not giving me enough damn time to post a video. Some people might say that this was all over the place, but keep in mind, he kind of has to be all over the place because so many people came at him. No, you take care of the largest threat first, and then afterwards, you can go after everybody else. In this, y'all, God damn, this shit is getting messy, boy. 7 minutes of I hate these niggas. Over the beat that was at the end of Push-Ups, he alleges that Kendrick Lamar is not really from any set. Dangerous words, my friend. And then he called him PC.
If you had a set, they give you the DP. You civilian gang in real life, you PC. You know,
I changed my mind. That's worse than a goofy. For someone who is gang/prison related, getting called a PC is crazy. But yeah, in fact, he says he's not even an activist. And then Drake himself gets in on that narrative to deflect, because that's definitely not what Kendrick said, but he gets on the narrative that he doesn't like Drake because he's mixed, and says that your wife is mixed.
You the black messiah wifing up a mixed queen and hit vanilla cream to help out with your self-esteem.
Then he says, you talk about my son, but we didn't even see you hold your son until you was on Say Cheese. And on top of that, he says your kid might not even be yours, nigga.
You did it dirty all your life, you tryna make peace. I heard that one of them little kids might be day free.
Then we get some more short lines, which honestly was pretty funny. Nigga said I always overlooked them. I was looking straight.
I always said I overlooked them. I was staring straight. These bars go over Kenny head no matter what I say.
Then he goes in on the other people. Says Rick Ross is on Ozempic. The side effects from that shit. That's where all the jealousy come from. Damn. Then he again alleges that The Weeknd is gay. I'm not gonna lie. I don't give a fuck about these bars about The Weeknd, bro. Then he goes to A$AP Rocky. Says, oh, you was hitting my baby mama first? Well, do the math, nigga. See who I was hitting.
Rakim talking again. Gas cause you hit my BM first. Do the math who I was hitting in. I ain't even know you rap still cause
he calls Future jealous. Says Baby Keem wrote a lot of Kendrick stuff. Then we get another switch and one of the most diabolical lines of the beef.
You just open his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now. Where's your uncle at? Cause I wanna talk to the man of the house.
He said, where's your uncle at? Because I want to talk to the man of the house. If you listen to the album, then you already know what that means, man. Then he goes back to the couple of lines alleging that Kendrick is colorist, and then the bomb drops.
Get that you like to put gin in your juice. We get that you think that you bishop and juice. When you put your hands on your girl, is it self-defense cause she bigger than you?
He says that Kendrick allegedly has been beating his wife. This shit is crazy. He said when you hit on your wife, is it self-defense because she's bigger than you? This man does not fear God. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Proposing in 2015 and then still not being married when you that rich, that's a bit wild. All right, well, that was Drake's diss. I got up in the middle of the night just to record this, so it sounds a little bit echoey. It is what it is.
Shit getting out of hand now.
God damn. Okay, Meet the Grams by Kendrick Lamar, y'all.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsible.
This man is speaking directly to his son. This shit just went nuclear. The only way for Drake to not give this to his son is to destroy the fucking world like a supervillain. Cause you can't let Adonis like become a teenager and then play this shit. Yeah, nah, letting a man piss on you is unacceptable.
Never let a man piss on your leg, son. Either you die right there or pop that man in the head, son.
Kendrick alleges that Drake is on Ozempic. All these niggas are, bro. Then says don't pay to play with them Brazilians, which is saying he got a BBL. If you want to see if a celebrity is on Ozempic, you'll see that they lose weight, but they'll also start to lose muscle. That shit eats you alive from the inside. Then he addresses Drake's mom, but the parent he really addresses here is his dad, Dennis. And he talks about how Drake uses him to prove his blackness, but that's really the only time he ever brings him up. And Kendrick blames him for not raising a good person.
You for all his gambling addictions, psychopath intuition, the man that liked to play victim. You raised a horrible fucking person.
And then he goes for the fucking neck. Says he's sick. That nigga should die.
Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get fucked up in a cell for the rest of their life.
Then compares him to Weinstein and basically says he's been trafficking women this whole time. He hates black women and everyone near him should stay far away because he might get diddied pretty soon.
But he about to get raided too. It's only a matter of time. Hey, Lil Bron, keep the family away. Hey, Curry, keep the family away.
And then, y'all get ready. He took notes from Pusha T. Reveals,
yeah, baby girl, I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world. He don't commit to much, but it's music, yeah, that's for sure.
That Drake allegedly has a daughter he's been hiding the whole time for 11 years, y'all. I'm gonna keep saying alleged because until this is confirmed, this is some flagrant shit.
You lied about your son. You lied about your daughter, huh? You lied about them other kids that's out there hoping that you come.
And then he ends the song by addressing Drake personally.
Artists that can offer you some help. Fuck a rap battle. This a long life battle with yourself.
He said, you got problems, nigga. You gamble too much. You drink too much. You pill popping. Your ego is so huge. Take some ayahuasca, bro. Take some DMT. Experience some ego death. Because your ego is the whole reason that you're in the situation. That has led you to lie about all these things that everyone's found out about now. He says, matter of fact, this is probably not even really about me. This is not even a rap battle. This is a long life battle between you and your damn self. Okay, if y'all could please not drop anything else for like another day or so. Damn, let a nigga like me catch up, bro. I don't live stream. I cannot keep up with these larger channels. Please. I got a son to raise. I'm trying to spend some fucking time with him. Y'all doing this shit. I gotta redo the outro. If you stuck around this long for me, I appreciate y'all. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you stayed here this long, then obviously you feel like you belong here with us. We shooting the shit. I agree with you. You do belong here. Y'all be safe.